Hi there, I'm Miriam and welcome to Miriam's Manor. Happy Christmas in July, you guys. I am so excited to be with you today to announce the 2024 Christmas Village contest. Now, when you are watching this video, it is July 1st. And as always, every year, the entries are due December 1st. So I am giving you guys 5 months to prepare this year to figure out your themes, your layout designs, your setups, all of those wonderful things that go into us creating our Christmas villages, so that you will be ready in time to get your video all shot and sent over to me for your entries. Now, before we get into the Christmas Village contest rules and categories for this year, I do want to address a few things because I do realize that I have been missing from my channel for the past 3 to 4 months. And several of you have asked, Miriam, where are you? I've received a lot of emails wanting to know if I was okay and what's going on. And I so appreciate all of your concern, your prayers, your well wishes. So I want to let you know that yes, I am doing great. And the reason for my absence on the channel is I was given an assignment that I needed to make sure to complete decent and in order. And with that being said, YouTube was one of the things in my life that take up a lot of my time. It was the thing that made the most sense to put on pause indefinitely until I could have a little bit more time in my schedule. And it just so happened that all of this happened pretty much during my off season, where we're not really doing much with our Christmas villages at that time in the season. So it made the most sense just to put YouTube on pause to allow more time in my schedule to take care of other things. So I want to give you some expectations of what you can expect in this upcoming Christmas season and going forward. So starting next week and going forward about once a week from there, I will be starting a new series where I will be going over different staging options for my Etsy clients that I build Christmas Village displays for. So I'm hoping that those videos will offer you all some inspiration. I will also be at the same time putting up some shorts of my Christmas Village last year. I did put up an entire Christmas Village tour, but I'm going to take some small little videos and just give you guys some good ideas of scene setups and developing a scene. So again, I'm hoping that those videos will be able to help you for your Christmas Village entries this year. At the same time, I will be putting those shorts on TikTok and Instagram. So if you guys aren't following me there, make sure you start following me over on those platforms. It's the same handle, at Miriam's Manor, and I will have that listed below on this screen. And what other updates do we have? So my Etsy staging videos will probably be about an 8-week series. I will probably be taking the month of September off, and because at that point I will be focusing on my Christmas Village and getting that completed. My hope is to have it done by September 30th of this year, so that by October 1st, the folks who will be helping me with editing will be able to get those videos back to me so that I can get them released to you all October 1st before we enter the Christmas season, to also just give you again more inspiration and ideas for things that you guys can add to your Christmas villages. So that is it in a nutshell. I hope that that answers a lot of your questions. If you have additional questions, you guys can always leave me a comment at this video. I still am checking the comment sections, even though I'm not posting as regularly. I still am checking my comments about twice a week to make sure that I am still following back up with you all. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the rules first for the 2024 Christmas Village contest. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and begin with the rules first. And if you guys see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my computer, making sure that I don't forget to tell you all of the details of the rules. So rule number 1, you must be submitted to my channel in order to enter the Christmas Village contest. Rule number 2, if you are taking your video with a cell phone, please make sure that you are taking your videos in landscape format, just like this. This is considered portrait mode. If you are taking a video like this in portrait mode, it gives a narrow perspective with the lens, and it really narrows the shot of your village. And it is not easy for the judges to really get a good look at what is going on either in your scene or with your build. And so I highly encourage you guys to please make sure that all videos are submitted in landscape format like this. This format widens the lens and gives us a better view of your village. So if you guys are entering the contest and you want to please the judges, you would be wise to follow this format. Now, you may enter all 3 categories. If you want to enter the Miriam's Manor Artistry Award, the Villager Extraordinaire, the Lee Maxwell Little Town, you are absolutely able to do that. You do need to have 3 separate submissions for each category. And in the subject line of each email should be the category name only. So when you submit an email to me, and if it's a Villager Extraordinaire, in the subject line, it should be Villager Extraordinaire, and that should be the video clip that you've added to that email only. Rule number 4, you must only submit 1 video per category. In the past, I have had several folks send me 10 different submissions for the same category. I am only accepting the first video entry you send me. So please make sure that you watch your video a couple of times. Maybe send it to somebody else and have them watch it for you too, to see if they see anything off before you submit it to me. That way, the one you send me is truly the one you want, because any additional videos that you send me for the same category will be automatically deleted. I do that because you guys, I receive hundreds of emails during this period, and it really bogs my email down when I'm getting several submissions for the same category. So rule number 5 for all of my content creators, you are not allowed to send YouTube videos for your entries. I do need the raw footage. It will cause like copyright restrictions and things like that on my channel. So please make sure when you're entering to send me the raw footage to upload. So we are having 3 categories again this year, and they are the same as last year. For the Lee Maxwell Little Town and for the Miriam's Manor Artistry Award, the time max limit on those videos are to be 30 seconds only. If they are 31 seconds or higher, it will be automatically deleted. For the Villager Extraordinaire category, you will have 2 minutes to shoot your video. If your video exceeds 2 minutes, it will be automatically deleted. And here's just some side notes for you guys. Your villages will not be judged on the size, but rather on your creativity, your realism, the details, and your layout design. So if you are just getting started into villaging, you do not have to be discouraged when you see some of these really large villages on screen. That is not what the judges are looking for. If you have a small village, they're looking at how well did you create your small village. So don't be discouraged from entering just for that reason. So how do you enter? Same as all of the previous years, you can send me an email to miriamsmanor@gmail.com, and I will put that up on the bottom of the screen here. Please make sure that you guys sign up for a Dropbox account. You can do this through your email. Every email has it. And that way, Dropbox allows you to send large files so that I can receive those videos, and then you won't have any issues with your videos being received. Now, if you do not already have Dropbox, I encourage you to get it early in advance. Don't wait until the deadline date is almost approaching. Start downloading it now and creating your account now so that you can practice using it. And if you would like, you can even send me a test email in Dropbox and send me a random video, and I can let you know that if I received it and if I was able to open it. That way it can give you peace of mind as we get closer to that date that everything will be fine with your video submission. So all entries are due between November 15th, 2024 and December 1st, 2024. The cutoff time will be 11:59 p.m. on December 1st. So you only have a 2-week time period to submit videos to me. If you send me a video on November 14th, I'm going to automatically delete it. If you send me a video on December 2nd, I am going to automatically delete it. So please make sure that you guys are submitting your video entries in that appropriate time frame. I will be announcing as we progress further into the season. I will be sending out reminder videos to you guys and kind of countdown videos, like 2 weeks until you have to submit your Christmas Village entries, 1 week, so on and so forth. So that way, that might help for those of you who forget. But maybe think about, if you know that you want to enter now, set an appointment on your calendar between those 2-week entries of November 15th and December 1st to submit your contest entry. So when you submit your videos to me, within 5 business days, I will make sure to send you a confirmation email. And at that point, I will let you know that I was able to open your video and that I was able to download your video. If for whatever reason you do not receive an email from me within 5 days, do not resend your video submission. Just email me and ask me to follow up if I have received your entry. That way, again, my email isn't getting bogged down with a ton of videos that will take up storage capacity. So just email me and say, hey, Miriam, did you receive my submission that I sent on such and such date? I will then email you back and let you know either yes or no. If music has been added to your video entry, I just want to let you guys know it will automatically be muted, and I will be adding YouTube approved music to all of the Christmas Village video submissions. And the same with background noise. For those of you who get concerned that you've got a lot of noise going on in the background, don't worry about it. I'm going to mute all of your videos anyway and dub music over it. So the details on the prizes are going to be coming soon. As we progress later into the Christmas season, I will be announcing all of the prizes for each particular category. Also, remember that I do have over 125 videos, Christmas Village videos specifically, on my channel in a playlist for you guys, so that if you want to reference any of the things that I've posted over the last 4 years, you can go back, look at those, get inspiration, learn through the tutorials that are up, so that you can elevate your Christmas Village if that's what you are looking to do. So let's go ahead now and get into the categories. All right, so we are going to begin with the Lemax Oh Little Town category. Now, you guys might recognize this category from last year and the year before that. Last year, it was just Oh Little Town. But this year, Lemax has decided to come back and sponsor this category. So thank you very much, Lemax, for doing so. So when I created this category, I was really thinking about the new villager, because as a new villager, I understand that sometimes you may feel that your village isn't large and you don't want to compete on a larger scale because you only have a small village. So this category was created with you in mind, but everyone is able to enter. So in this category, what you are going to be doing is creating a beautiful scene with a maximum of 2 buildings and as many accessories and figurines as you want. Since Lemax is sponsoring this category, we are calling this Lemax Oh Little Town. And so all of the buildings that you use, figurines and accessories, must be from Lemax. For example, if you are creating a scene with a school, You can get the elementary school building from Lemax and then have all of the accessories around it. You might create a playground with a gated fence around it. Have the figurines that Lemax has of the kids crossing the crosswalk with the crosswalk guard, holding up the stop sign, and all of the other figurines and accessories that they have to go along with that scene. I highly encourage you in this scene, because you're only using a maximum of 2 buildings, beef up all of the accessories and especially the figurines. Make this scene full and complete. This is what the judges are looking for. How much detail did you add to this village scene? So that's what you should have in mind as you are creating your village and your video for this particular category. If you are not using buildings to create a scene for this category, that is okay as well. For example, if you have built a mountain and you want to do a mountainous scene, or like maybe a scene in the wilderness, and you've got folks going camping and there might be a stream going through and you've got folks fishing and whatever other details you want to add to that, that is perfectly acceptable. You do not have to use a building in order to create a scene to enter this category. And again, remember that this category, the video max is 30 seconds. So make sure that this scene isn't too spread out, too large, that you can't properly capture it in the 30-second time period that you have. If you have a scene that's no more than like a 2x2 area, that typically is a great size or smaller, so that you can video that scene and have it come across on the screen perfectly, especially without rushing your videos. When you move your camera too quickly, it's very disorienting when it's watched back on the camera. So make sure that you take your time, you slow your movement down. Like for example, when I'm shooting a video, I will move slow like this in order to capture the scene properly and to make sure that all of the details are able to be seen. So that should give you an idea of just how slowly you should move. Make sure you're watching your video back and not just on your cell phone. Download it to your laptop so that you can see it, because sometimes our cell phones, because it's a smaller screen, we can't tell how fast it's moving. But when you download it and you're watching it on a laptop, or if you can even upload it if you have access to do that, where you can see it like on a TV, then you can really tell how fast you're moving and how it can make you dizzy by even watching the video. So just make sure that you're slowing down when you are shooting your videos. And again, I can't remember if I mentioned this part already, but Lemax will be letting me know later on in this season what the prize is for this category. So I will be making a follow-up video announcing the prize for this. So the next category is the Miriam's Manor Artistry Award. This is for all of you who have taken the time to create something beautiful for your village. It does not have to be solely handmade. It can be something that you've made with a 3D printer, or something that you've handmade like what you've seen me do on my channel. It could be a lake, a mountain, a river, a stream, a flower bed, whatever you have made yourself and not purchased can be entered into this category. The sponsor for this category is still to be determined, but as soon as that is ironed out, I again will follow up with another email to let you guys know. And the max time length for this video submission is 30 seconds. So I just want to make a side note, since we've gone over the Lemax O Little Town and the Miriam's Manor Artistry Award. Both of those categories should be specific to those two categories only. So in your Lemax O Little Town submission, we should only see the 2 buildings as well as your full accessories. Now, if you happen to get a sliver of a building that's next to it, but it's really not in focus, that's okay. But we should not see several villages just plainly on display. Your video will be disqualified because you've not followed the rules. So if you don't see your video show up in the entry, that is why. The same with your Miriam's Manor Artistry Award. You should be focusing only on the item you made. If you are showing multiple items, the judges are not going to know what they're looking at. So you need to choose one thing that you made that you feel like you've designed, created, built, that is the pinnacle of what you've built for the year, and submit that only. We should not see your entire village in either of these two categories, only what this category is for. With that being said, now we're going to go into the last category, which is the Villager Extraordinaire. And this is the category where we should see your entire village. The judges want to see all of your layout and see it, how you put it together. Now, the scrutiny on Villager Extraordinaire is going to be stepped up a notch. The detail, your realism, your layout designs, your setup, all of that is going to be scrutinized when the judges are looking at this video. And I also want to give you guys some feedback from the judges that they've told me over the last several years. If you could do an overall shot of your village first before you go into the village in up close and zoom in, give them a complete backed up look of the entire village first, then take them in so that they know what they're looking at and how it fits into that overall layout design that you've chosen. Each area of your village should be well executed and designed in this particular contest. Remember to move slowly in this contest. I know that it is difficult to shoot a full village in 2 minutes, especially for those of you who have larger villages. So this is what I suggest to you. If you have an extremely large village, only maybe choose to shoot half of the village. That way you can take your time, move through and pan through that village for the judges to see all of the details that you've added. Again, you do not want to move too quickly because you will end up making all of us as viewers sick, and especially the judges will get disoriented when they're watching your videos. That was probably one of the biggest feedbacks that I got from the judges regarding this particular category. So if you guys keep that in mind, it will help you. Also, for those of us who are a little bit more mature in age, sometimes it's harder for us to hold that video steady or our camera steady. You can get camera bars that are stabilizers that help you remain steady when you're shooting your video. Or one of my favorite things to do is enlist the help of the young people in your life, because this is their whole world and they're really good at it. So for grandparents, put your grandkids to work and have them come over and shoot your videos for you. They also, a lot of them already know how to edit within the phones. Like if you have an iPhone, it comes with iMovie, which is an editing app on your phone that you can take different clips of your village and then put a small video together. So if you guys know people who are tech savvy in your life, or you have young people in your life, have them help you with this project and have your video top notch for the judges to view. Remember, for those of you who have smaller villages, I still encourage you to enter this category because it is not going to be based off of size. And also the sponsor for this particular category is to be determined, and I will get that out to you guys as soon as that is all settled. So the only last thing that I want to leave you guys with is I encourage each and every one of you to enter the contest. So many of you as well as myself, have been inspired by the villages that we see. So even if you're not looking at this as a contest, but just a way to share a hobby that we all love with one another and be able to see what we all create. Offering your piece of the pie to the table helps us all. And it makes us all grow. It gives us new ideas. It makes us better. So don't be discouraged to enter the contest. I encourage everyone to enter the contest so that we can all learn and grow from one another, be inspired from one another, and be able to share our tricks and tips and things that we do with one another so that we can all put together amazing villages year after year after year and get better year after year and continue to challenge ourselves and continue to challenge one another. So that is all I have for you guys today. If you have any questions at all about what I talked about on this video or just for me separately, leave me a line in the comment section and I will get back with you. And until I see you again, stay safe, God bless you, and happy Christmas in July. Bye, guys.